Raider Nation, what's going on? You're watching the Raiders Report. Here's our post-game reaction show to the Raiders losing 17-16 against the Rams. Fire Josh McDaniels. Throw it down in the comments section. I'm done watching this shit show. I am done watching this clown show after a game where everything's going right. And for teams right now, if you're not ready for games that you should win, your coach has no business being a head coach. Today's show is presented by Manscaped. And if you got a set of nuts on you because Josh McDaniels doesn't have one on him, go to manscaped.com, 20% off and free shipping on the best male grooming products out there. I'm heated. I'm angry. This is a game dominated by the Raiders. They did. They dominated it from top to frickin' bottom. But you know what happens when you play scared and you don't play to win? You're going to lose football games. The offense sucked tonight against a bad Rams defense. The defense, I'm not going to hate on them. They played well tonight. They did. Your offense could do anything from the second quarter to the third quarter to the fourth quarter. And yet again, the Raiders collapse. The Raiders this season have lost 4 games. I'm going to say this again. The Raiders have lost 4 games this season when winning by 13-plus points. That is the most in NFL history. If you don't fire McDaniels after this, I don't see how you could ever convince a free agent, a player, to ever want to play for that clown. That man is a clown of a head coach. He's a clown of a man, and this is just what I've been telling y'all for weeks. Great, you won 3 games in a row, but you lost this game that you were supposed to win. And yet again, you walk into a week that you're supposed to win and your team's not prepared. You know what that says? It's an absolute clown fest. So in one word, tell us how upset you are. McDaniels sucks. That's how upset I am. Josh McDaniels is a fraud. Josh McDaniels is a shitty head coach. Josh McDaniels is a terrible human being. And the fact that that man is leading your football team, you will never win. You won't win. You will never win with Josh McDaniels as your head coach. Mark, if you're watching right now, fire that man. For the love of God, fire the man. And I hope if everyone is watching this right now, everything that the Raiders put out this week, it's fire Josh McDaniels season. It's back. Patrick, this is why I feel we can't be a playoff team. No reason for this. You're right. The Rams were terrible. They didn't have Matthew Stafford, Cooper Kupp, Aaron Donald, Allen Robinson. Their whole entire offensive line was banged up. And you couldn't win this game? In a game that you had all the business winning? The problem is when you don't show confidence in your players and you play scared and you play with your nutsack between your legs, it shows on the field. McDaniels, the Raiders got a lead. And from there on out, they went conservative. They went conservative. And it drives me nuts. Drives me nuts. Mark, this is why I hate the Rams always getting BS calls. There was a lot of bad calls tonight against the Raiders. I'm not going to shy away from that. There were a lot of bad calls tonight against the Raiders. But there was a lot of opportunities. I mean, a lot of opportunities for the Raiders to come away with a win. And here's the thing. McDaniels, I would fire him. And as far as Derek Carr, you got to move on from D.C. at the end of the season. If the Raiders don't make the playoffs, you're moving on from D.C. at the end of the season. Why-oh? Crosby is getting held all game. He did get held all game. I'm not going to lie to you. There were many, many calls there that were frustrating. There's no doubt about it. But you scored 16 points. You see that? 16 points against a Rams team that's been bottom 3 in the NFL. Your offense sucked tonight. You did not target Devontae Adams. That's a joke on the offensive play caller, who's your head coach. Lucky Irish. I know the refs didn't help, but how do we fall apart at such an easy team? Because your team's not ready. When your team can't show up and beat teams that you need to beat, you show up 24-0 to the Saints, joke. You lose to the Colts, joke. Lose to this Rams team, joke. That falls on the coach's shoulders. Get rid of Josh McDaniels. Fire McDaniels. If you want Josh McDaniels fired, spam no balls. But you know what? If you got a set of nuts on you and you actually trim them up, go to manscaped.com, 20% off and free shipping. Tonight's presenting sponsor. I use the Lawnmower 4.0 to trim up my nuts. McDaniels, you don't need this. So, McDaniels, if you're watching, you don't need to go to manscaped.com. You don't need to use promo code Raiders because I know you don't got a set of nuts on you. As sooner you get rid of Josh McDaniels, the sooner this team is going to win. You know how I know that? Because McDaniels right now is living in a bush filled with just a whole bunch of crap in it. And the sooner you get rid of that bush full of crap, the sooner you're going to win the games. Maybe the Manscaped Lawnmower 4.0 can help you. I don't know what the answer to that is. But I know this. Josh McDaniels is a shitty head coach, and he's a worse leader. Get rid of that man. Manscaped.com, 20% off and free shipping. Lucky Irish. Let's go to Patrick. Mitch, this is who we are. Why are you surprised? I'm surprised because I have faith. I'm surprised because this is the game that you should have won. The Rams are terrible. The Rams are terrible right now. And you lost to that team. You lost to them. That's a joke. John, stupid Tillery blew the game. It's not Tillery's fault. The 15-yard penalty was bad on Tillery. I'm not going to take that away. The Cleveland Furl penalty was worse. But you you know what's even worse than that? Your coach being afraid to make aggressive play calls. The Raiders once again get a lead, and they do things that are working, and then they go conservative. As soon as you go conservative, you're going to lose games. One of my keys to victory this week was stay aggressive. McDaniels didn't do that. Marcus, worse than the Colts loss, embarrassing. I agree with that. This is worse than the Colts game. This is worse than the Colts game. It's absolutely 100% embarrassing. Michael, we deserve this loss. Josh McDaniels, horrible coach. The nation doesn't deserve this loss. The Raiders deserve this loss, though. I agree with that. That kills me to say. Passmaster, I trust Jack Daniels more than I trust Josh McDaniels. Yep. Young baller, fire Josh McDaniels. I can't stand him anymore. And F the refs. Both apply. Both absolutely apply, man. Andre Berry, bye-bye Carr. This will be Derek Carr's last season. Take a picture of it. Get a good look at it. Derek shit the bed tonight. He did. Derek was not good tonight. I don't think McDaniels was good tonight either, obviously, because of the play calls that he made. I mean, that interception at the end of the second quarter going into half, that's the difference maker in this game. Derek, this will be the last season by Derek Carr. Book it. Felipe, trap game, I called it. There was a lot of people that called it trap game tonight, and for that reason, you're right. This was a trap game. And it just shows us that this team, underneath McDaniels, with Derek Carr at the helm, is not going to win close games. Not going to win games that you should win. On Dreas Adventures, the Jacobs fullback play lost the game. I don't understand that play call whatsoever. It's McDaniels overthinking stuff. McDaniels has a 4th down and 1. It should be an easy play call. It should be a handoff to Jacobs. But instead, you try to overthink it. And far too often, McDaniels does. He tries to overthink things, and it bites him in the ass. Goka's pride. Fire McDaniels. How do you not go for it on 4th down, give them any chance at all with the exact moment we lost? It's because McDaniels doesn't believe in his team. McDaniels plays scared. How about this, y'all? Who do you blame for this loss to the Rams? Let me know down in the comments section of this video. I blame McDaniels. I blame Derek Carr. Those are my top 2 people I'm blaming. Actually, that's not true. I'm blaming Cleveland for it too. That 3rd and 4 penalty on Clee, shameful stuff, man. Absolutely shameful. Remember, y'all, if you want daily videos, hit that subscribe button. I'm going to get you guys a video early tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday. I'll be live Sunday as well. I'm going to be live on Tuesday. On top of that, I'm going to give you guys that commitment to excellence that I know Raider Nation deserves. I'm going to show up every single week, still do watch parties, and give you guys all the content that Raider Nation deserves. But don't get me wrong, I hate Josh McDaniels. Wild one. Now the season officially over after choking. That's actually technically not true. The Raiders have, and this might blow your mind, the Raiders, after losing that game, if they win their final 4, listen to this. If the Raiders win their final 4 games, go 9-8 after losing that game to the Rams, have a 51% chance of making the playoffs. Still a chance. Sel Bola, times like this, I think we should have stuck with Del Rio. See, I don't really think we should have stuck with Del Rio. I don't agree with that. The correct answer, you should have just hired Harbaugh. I wanted Harbaugh. The nation wanted Harbaugh, but Mark Davis did what he wanted to do. John, Steaming hot garbage. Derek was shit tonight. You needed a good Derek Carr. You didn't get it. Derek Carr goes to 3-6 on Thursday Night Football. I can't even believe tonight's game. If Mark Davis cared about the Raiders at all, he would fire McDaniels. NY for life. Bro, how? What the F? I'm not even a fan. That's crazy. That's rough, bro. Join the club. Chev, this is the most toxic relationship I've ever had in my life. The Rams had nothing to play for. Nothing. Damn. This proves the Raiders were a win despite, the Raiders, to me, had talent. Josh Jacobs running the rock. Devontae Adams, an incredible receiver. How is Devontae Adams getting, 5 targets tonight? Did he get 5 targets? How does that happen? How does Devontae Adams only get 5 targets? I don't care if Jalen Ramsey's on their side. That first play by Devontae, catching the ball 32 yards, bringing it in, you're telling me that guy doesn't deserve 10, 11, 12 targets this game? Shameful. It's shameful coaching. Gilbert, McDummy is a fraud to Raider Nation. He is. He sucks. Josh McDaniels sucks. He does, man. It's unbearable to watch him right now. This is the worst loss for the Raiders the entire season. This loss tonight is the worst loss of the Raiders season. So how about this question? You guys want me to start doing draft coverage or season coverage? Because this channel is a channel made by the nation. It's a channel for the nation. And I want to know what you guys want me to do. Do you want me to continue to cover the season? Or do you just want me to go full draft coverage? Because for me personally, I want to stick with the season. Because as long as there is not a 0% chance, I will stick with the season. But if you want me to bump up the draft coverage a little bit, I'm more than happy to do so. Gregory, how the F do you have Devontae Adams not throw the ball to him in the entire second half? He didn't get a target. I don't know, man. I don't have an answer for you. It's just, again, it falls on bad quarterback play, bad coaching. Devontae Adams, no catches in the second half. In fact, I'm going to tweet that out right now. No catches for Devontae Adams in the second half. I can't even wrap my mind around it. Zelbo should have gone 4th and 1, fire McDaniels. The Raiders' problem this season is when they play conservative. And when they go too conservative, bad things happen. Yep. Baker Mayfield's calling out the Raiders, which I don't blame him, man. Derek Carr, shit tonight, 11-20, 137 yards, 2 interceptions. Jacobs, Adams. This game falls on the coaching staff. There's no doubt about it. This one falls on the coaching staff. Disgraceful. What a Raider way to lose. Fire the clown. I'm on board, man. Fire the clown. Deuce. The holds on Max is typical NFL BS. Still Raider for life. McNuggets is a timid little man. You said some other stuff there, but I'm not going to say it. The holds on Crosby were bad. The refs were bad. I'm not going to disagree with that. But this is a game. If you hold any NFL team to 17 points, the offense that you have, you need to be able to put points up on the board, man. It's frustrating. It's frustrating. I don't know how else to tell you besides it's frustrating. I'm just so angry because I put so much faith into this team. And now we got to wait 10 days for them to play the Patriots. If you guys want to interact with me on social media, Twitter, Instagram, at Mitchell Renz 365. You also hit me up on locals, RaidersReport.locals.com.